what's up everyone? GameDad here, coming at you guys with part 3 of my current PS4 Collection series. Now, we have gone through around half of the games so far. Today will bring us past that halfway point. So, let's go ahead and dive in and check out the games that are on the list for today.
And first up on the list today, we have Final Fantasy VII Remake, released by Square Enix in 2020, and I have actually not had a chance to play through this yet. Now, I've seen gameplay of it, everybody's talking about it, it's definitely on my backlog, and I will be getting to it soon, but everything I've heard is that this game is just absolutely amazing. I love the original Final Fantasy VII, and the depth at which this game goes is just going to be phenomenal. Up next, we have Final Fantasy XV, released by Square Enix in 2016, and this game, I did like it. I didn't like it as much as some of the other Final Fantasy games. I was a big fan of 10 and 11, but it was still good. I really liked the graphics and everything, and the story, in my opinion, was okay, but, I mean, overall, I'd give it a pretty high rating for this game. And here we have Fruit Ninja VR, released by Half Brick Studios in 2016, and this game, it's just a blast. I always loved playing the original Fruit Ninja on like tablets and phones and stuff like that, but being actually in the Fruit Ninja world and getting to slash stuff and just swing your arms around like a madman, it's so much fun. If you haven't played this on VR, I definitely recommend it. And here we have God of War, released by Santa Monica Studio in 2015, and this game is an absolute masterpiece. The story was so epic. The gameplay was just on point. I can't think of a single thing that I would ever change about this game, except give me more. On PS5 or whatever, I want another God of War game because this was awesome. Up next is Gran Turismo Sport, released by Polyphony Digital in 2017, and I'm not a huge Gran Turismo fan, or just a racing game fan in general. I like more of the arcadey kind instead of the realistic kind, but this one was actually gifted to me by my buddy John Riggs, because he knows I'm super into PSVR like he is, so he sent me an extra copy that he had, and I gotta say, it's pretty rad in VR. And here we have Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, released by Ninja Theory in 2017. This is another one on my backlog. I definitely need to get it played because the new Hellblade is coming out for PS5, and I don't know if it's going to be on PS4 as well, but this game looks awesome, and I'm not into like horror games or anything like that, but this one seemed like a total mind trip, so I'm excited to get this one played. And here we have Hidden Agenda, released by Supermassive Games in 2017, and it's interesting. It's one of the PlayLink games where you can like attach your phone to the console and play that way with a group of friends. I don't know. I'm not that big a fan. It wasn't that great in my opinion. And here we have Horizon Zero Dawn, released by Guerrilla Games in 2017, and I will admit, I got about 5 hours into the game, and then I got backlogged with a bunch of other games that I wanted to play, and I never actually finished this one. So again, another one with a new title coming out, so I need to finish this one because I've only ever heard amazing things. And here we have Infamous Second Son, released by Sucker Punch Productions in 2014, and this was actually the first game I ever actually bought for PS4 because I love the Infamous series on PS3, so I had to pick this one up, and the story was not as great as the other Infamous games in my opinion, but it was still really fun, and the new mechanics were excellent. Up next is Injustice: Gods Among Us, released by High Voltage Software in 2013, and it's very fighting gamey, but I don't really care for it. I would much rather play something like a Mortal Kombat or a Street Fighter. And here is Job Simulator, released by Alchemy Labs in 2016, and this is another one of those really awesome VR games. I mean, it's just a blast to play. It's absurd and ridiculous, and I had so much fun going through this, and I actually platinumed the game because, I mean, it's really easy to do so. You just kind of play through its areas and you're good to go. Once Vacation Simulator comes out on physical, I'll definitely get that as well. Here we have Killzone Shadowfall, released by Guerrilla Games in 2013, and when I bought my PS4, I got it secondhand. This game actually came with it, so it was the first PS4 title that I had ever played, and it was okay. I haven't ever really been big into the Killzone franchise, but It wasn't a bad game. It was a cool experience to see for my first PS4 experience. Another one for the backlog, that is Kingdom Hearts 3, released by Square Enix in 2019, and the only reason it's on my backlog is because I'm still finishing up Kingdom Hearts 2. So I know there's like 1,000 of these games to make a complete story. There is no way that I'm going to actually play all of those games because I just don't have the time for that, but once I finish 2, I will pick up 3. Here we have Knack, released by SCE Japan Studio in 2013, and this game was more of just a showcase of what the PS4 could do when it launched, and I was thoroughly impressed. I thought the game was fantastic. There's a lot of people that totally dump on this game because it's very kid-oriented with its animation style and stuff, but I thought it was a blast, and I even liked the story. It was corny in a fun way. And here we have Knack 2, released by SCE Japan Studio in 2017. This was a follow-up, continuing along with the story from the first one, and there was a lot of things that I liked in this one, especially with how big Knack would get, but overall, I think I like the first one better, and the character models in this, they're just so absurd looking. They tried for realism, but it still has this really weird cartoony effect. And here we have The Last Guardian, released by Gen Design in 2016, and I absolutely loved Ico and Shadow of the Colossus and their remasters, so I had to pick this one up whenever it was released, and the game is fantastic. It's visually stunning, the story is super moving, and it was just really fun puzzle gameplay. Last up on the list for today is The Last of Us Remastered, released by Naughty Dog in 2014, and I will admit I did not play The Last of Us when it was out on PS3. I actually have only played the remastered version, and this game was phenomenal. I do have Last of Us Part 2, haven't started it yet, and I can't wait. I mean, the first game was epic, and the second game looks equally as good.
And there you have it, everyone. That is everything that is on the list today for part 3 of my current PS4 Collection series. Now, if you liked today's video, please be sure to let me know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, please be sure to also hit those like and subscribe buttons, as well as that little notification bell so you get an alert every time I got a new video coming out. Now, as always, I'm GameDad. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.